back and girls kind of like be inside. So I'm really happy to be here with you all. And my Albert Schweitzer project is to increase safer sex practices in the Black and Latino community. My parents never gave me the same-sex talk. I just somehow learned it, thank God. But not everybody gets the opportunity to get information from a reliable source. So I just hope that I can be a reliable source for some folks, and if you all do health education, that you're a reliable source for folks that you get to see every day. Just like we were talking about in the previous lecture, that was super informative, and I learned a whole bunch, that education is just one aspect of women's health and sexual relationships. So I hope to share with you some information, education, but also being aware that open, honest communications about healthy relationships are important. A healthy environment is important. Some things we can control, some things we can't control. And being able to control the parts that you can and make healthy decisions about those are really, really important. So, I'm just going to talk about one topic. It's my favorite topic and the topic that I just really enjoy. It's internal condoms. They're also known as female condoms, FC2 condoms. Raise your hand if you've heard of FC2 condoms. Okay, awesome. I'm really happy to see that. I'm going to take one or two people who raise their hand. What have you heard about the condom? Person in the red. So it's the person in the red said it helps prevent the spread of HIV. Anybody else hear anything else? Back there. So the person in the back said the condom can be used for men that have sex with men, and they can take out the ring and use it. That is correct. That is correct. So I'm really happy that you all heard about that. So I'm going to give some information. So the internal condom, I call it internal because it can be used for all genders, and it can be used for all different sexual acts. And I just want to say, trigger warning ahead of time, I will be naming some sexual acts, but I'm not going to be describing them in detail. And the video that I will show will have some genitals in there, so I just want to have you all prepared for that. And the reason why I say nitrile, who cares? Why is it nitrile? Some people are allergic to latex and they have really bad skin allergies or latex allergies. So if you or your partner have an allergy to latex, you can use an internal condom because you won't have an allergic reaction. It can be inserted into the vagina or the anus, so that's really cool. You have an internal and external ring, which I'll show you all in the video. And it does prevent, it reduces the risk for sexually transmitted infections, and as well as reducing the risk of pregnancy or fatherhood if that's something that you are preventing. I always tell folks it's a great tool to have in your safer sex kit. Some people are like, whoa, this is such a strange tool. It's just something else that you can have in your kit, which is really nice. And if your partner doesn't want to wear one, we're here talking about women's health and relationships. It's really great and empowering if you can choose to use a condom. So if your partner's like, look, babe, I'm not feeling a condom right now, you could be like, well, guess what? I have one that I can wear. And so you're still protected. So people that feel like they're in relationships where they don't have a lot of power because they don't know about different options, this is a great way to add another option for that person who feels a little less empowered in a relationship. The really random thing, but also really cool thing about this is that you can insert this condom up to 8 hours ahead of time. So some people, you don't know what you're getting into that night, you got something covered, you got it covered. It also keeps sex spontaneous. So some people are like, well, I don't want to put it in 8 hours ahead of time. Some people really like things to be happen on the go, you're covered if that's that type of, that's what you're down with. And two questions that I get a lot when I'm doing education with groups about the internal condom: can it get lost inside me? And that's a valid question because a lot of women do not interact with their body in that way. Not a lot of people touch their bodies, and that's okay, that happens. I definitely encourage folks to, but it cannot get lost inside a vagina. I always say a vagina is kind of like a pouch. There's an ending, so don't worry about it getting lost. That being said, you can't forget you insert something in your vagina. That's another story. Your body will give you signs if you forget that something is left in your vagina, like an odor or some new discharge or something like that. So definitely pay attention to your body. And the last question, people are like, well, where can I get this condom? I've never seen it. Where can I get it? So places like here, so in here, you guys are all going to get some cool goodie bags before you leave, but it's going to be in your goodie bags. Another place you can get it are places that are ABCD health sites. So ABCD Health Services, there's lots of satellite places around. They should have it for free there. Places like Planned Parenthood.